Have you ever laid in bed, tossing and turning? Your brain won't stop. You're worried about tomorrow, retracing the day that you just had, and all of a sudden it's 2 a.m. in the morning? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Stress and anxiety are the two biggest thieves of sleep. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why that happens and how you can get your nights back. Hi, I'm Dr. Hope. On this channel, I talk about real ways to reduce stress, calm anxiety, and restore your health without sacrificing your peace and your purpose, right? Sleep is one of the first areas that stress and anxiety tries to steal, but it's also one of the most important things that we need for our minds and our bodies to function properly. All right, so let's dive in. So I talk a lot about how the stress response is initiated, and I'll post the link for a few videos in the description, but for time's sake, I'm just going to talk about the fact that we know that stress initiates fight or flight, right? And the fight or flight spikes cortisol. Anxiety keeps your mind in problem-solving mode, and then you start to have those intrusive thoughts. Those things will disrupt your sleep cycle, making it harder for you to fall asleep, harder for you to stay asleep, and prevent you from getting into deep sleep. As a result, you wake up exhausted and tired. When your brain is stuck in survival mode, it doesn't care about sleep. Your body thinks that you are actually running from a tiger when the only tiger is on your to-do list. We know that sleep deprivation causes high cortisol. And we also know that prolonged elevated cortisol level can lead to weight gain, irritability, restlessness, acne, a whole host of physical symptoms that's manifested because prolonged stress leads to prolonged elevated cortisol. With poor sleep, you have worse emotional regulation. You have constant negative thoughts. The loop continues. That's why you wake up tired, cranky, already behind. Your body didn't get a chance to rest and repair itself. So now you're more stressed, and that stress causes you to lose your sleep. That continuous cycle happens unless you break it. I'm going to give you a few ways that you can actually deal with your stress sleep disruption. Before going to bed, brain dump. I find this very effective, especially when there was a lot going on in the day and I want to preserve my sleep. I pull out a journal, and a lot of people, I don't like to journal. This is journaling, but not really. It's just writing every thought, everything that's coming into your head that you're dealing with, that you're thinking about, writing it down. Get it out of your head and onto a piece of paper. That will help you not ruminate over it and keep thinking about it and disrupt your sleep. Another way is breathing and meditation. I have a video, and I'm going to put that maybe on this video so you can click on it, of a bunch of ways to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. But breathing, meditation, prayer, that helps to calm your nerve system and calm your body so that you can fall asleep better, stay asleep longer. Another way is by having a consistent bedtime routine. If you go to sleep at 10 o'clock every single night, you start to train your body that before 10 o'clock, you're getting tired, and it's going to be easier for you to fall asleep. Also, caffeine. Cut out caffeine at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. For a lot of people, they use caffeine to get that last bit of work done, but then you're laying in bed and you can't go to sleep. That stimulant is still working in your system. So 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, cut out caffeine. That means coffee, soda, green teas, anything that has caffeine, natural or synthetic. And practice reframing your thoughts, right? Instead of saying, oh, I need to fall asleep, or tomorrow is going to be awful, and you're tensing and you're stressing about falling asleep, just remind yourself that sleep helps your body heal. Of course, these aren't quick hacks. These are just ways to tell your nervous system that you're safe, you can rest, and you're not stressed. The more you repeat them, the more you are actually rewiring your brain for rest. And that way you'll have more peace instead of panic. Sleep doesn't have to stress you out, and stress doesn't have to steal your sleep. With a few simple shifts, you'll be able to get a restful night's sleep and reduce your stress in your day-to-day life. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who have been struggling with sleep. And if you want more practical tools to reset your stress and restore your peace, I hope you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, sweet dreams. You've got this. God bless.